this is Angel Terry, and welcome back to Paper Sorcerer. In our last recording, we visited the first two levels of the Catacombs, so here we're going to check out the third and fourth floors. Alright. I don't know why I keep going to ask. This place is creepy. Take me to the Catacombs, level 3. So we'll get right back into it. Oh, that went well. It's just an empty room. What do we got here? Level 10 cleric, 2 level 10 clerics and a man-at-arms. 2 clerics, huh? Let's see. Well, I don't think the clerics really do anything on me. It's all buffing to them, so let's lower the physical resistance. I'm going to have you scorch to man-at-arms because you're going to be the last one going to attack. And then we'll just start smacking these clerics. When I first played RPGs, I always went for the cleric because in real life I like to help people in different ways, and that guy just blew up in fire. But, you know, I like to help people, so I thought the cleric would be the best, you know, type. So, when I did, like, I didn't really play a lot of pen and paper, but when I did the ones on the PC, like the Dark Queen of Krynn series and Polar Radiance and stuff like that, my main character was always a cleric. Well, except if you couldn't exactly create a character. Whoops. Some of the old games you were, you know, stuck with somebody, which is fine. But after a time, when I started to move into MMOs, I would also play as a cleric, but let me tell you guys, it's way different with people like that than in just on a computer. Because every little thing that goes wrong, it's the cleric's fault. And after I'm like, you know, dude, this is like, sucks. Because, you know, you try to do the healing, whatever, and then somebody does something retarded, they get themselves killed, and then they blame you, and it's like, no. So then I started checking out being a tank. Now, the tank itself is, depending on the game you play, depends on what type of tank you could be and how easy or how difficult it can be. Oh, okay, so you feel some of your power returning. Okay, yeah, we got another person here. Now, this is the last person we can pick up. I'll get back to my conversation before, but what I want to do is I know who the last person I'm going to get, but I'm going to show you these other people here. Alright, the werewolf, also known as the Scourge, a fast and brutal warrior who fights without weapons and lightly armored. Using savage hand-to-hand strikes to take down his foes and beneficial howls to bolster the party, the werewolf is a balanced character that can fit well in any party composition. Alright, so he has, excuse me, Hurricane Claw, low cooldown, but can have a chance to miss. Bloodwood Howl, okay. Can equip light armor and 2 accessories. Okay, so he's kind of like the ghost, except he doesn't use weapons. He's got one in there. I don't want the weapon. Alright, the Minotaur. The Minotaur, a savage berserker, uses brute force to cause severe damage to the enemy ranks. The Minotaur is among the most damaging characters available thanks to powerful axes and the fastest strength growth in the game. Additionally, while he can only wear light armor, he boasts some of the highest HP growth as well. So he has like Wild Swing, Rending Strike. Okay, so looks like he can lower defense as well. He equips axes, light armor, and 1 accessory. Now the Imp. The Imp, a tricky demon, has an eclectic variety of skills with a focus on illusion and misdirection. The Imp is a sort of jack-of-all-trades kind of character. He has some powerful status spells like Sleep and Charm, as well as some defensive abilities such as Invisibility and Reflect. Additionally, he has some damage over time spells to round things out. So he has a Nightmare, working damage over time. Okay, and you can put people to sleep. You can equip robes and 2 accessories. Ooh, okay, so he doesn't use weapons at all. Now the Goblin is a sneaky thief. Steal from your enemies while crippling them with a variety of bombs. The Goblin can cause some nasty status effects to the enemy party, as well as a small assortment of hard-hitting melee attacks. He is also the only character who can attempt to pick locks outside of combat. Now, up to now, I really haven't found a reason to use a goblin because I usually look in every nook and cranny until I can find the key or whatever to unlock something. So you can use the smoke bombs, lucky at a powerful attack. Okay. Can equip daggers, light armor, and 1 accessory. Alright, now here's the witch. The witch, a dark mistress of the forest. She has both powerful healing ability as well as an assortment of dark curses. The witch has some of the most powerful healing skills in the game, but lower HP and poorer armor choices than the other healers. She also has some powerful debuff and damage over time abilities as well. So she's got Blood Pact, Shield of Fire, Witch Fire, okay. She can equip staffs, light armor, and 1 accessory. Now, the one thing, like, I do like the witch's skills, but you're going to be fighting with her on equipment and weapons, because your character mainly is going to use a staff. Well, at least mine does. You can use whatever with your sorcerer. But I would think most people would, want to bring the magic up. But I mean, heck, if you want to go for an axe, go for it. But that's one of the reasons why I don't use the witches. I'm, always fighting the equipment. But otherwise, if I didn't use staves, I would probably take her. The troll, a bloodthirsty assassin. He's been specially trained to tear your enemies to pieces. The troll is focused on dealing as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. He has a variety of hard-hitting attacks, as well as a few damage over time abilities. Massacre deals damage based on how much energy you have. Poison Fist. I think he might also bleed too, but I can't remember. Can equip Qatar's light armor and 1 accessory. Okay, and at last we have the Shadow. The Shadow, an unpredictable ally from another plane. It uses shadow magic to blast your foes. The Shadow is based around dealing large amounts of magic damage. While the damage range is very wide, many of the Shadow's abilities cause extremely high amounts of damage. Example, okay, Shadow Backlash, okay, Shadow Blaze. Alright, so he looks like when he hits, he can either do something very low or do something extremely high, not like something set. Okay, so he can only equip 2 accessories. Well, I was choosing between a Minotaur or a Troll, but I think I'm going to take the Minotaur. Alright. Okay, so that's all the people you can get. So you definitely want to think about it. Okay, I want to save on here. Okay. You definitely want to think about who you want. So if we go to summon, we can, and then I show before, see, then we can switch it out to anybody we want here. And it looks like, okay, good. So they're all pretty much started at my level. Oh, that's excellent. All right, so I don't have to worry about too much of anything. Excuse me, that's good. So let's go check out the rest of this level here. Because normally, well, actually in a lot of games, when you pick up a new person, they'll either be way lower than you, like literally at level 1. So you're like, oh god, now I gotta go back to like the beginning area and level up the person. Or they're so much higher than you, it's like they don't do anything and it's just like one swing, bam, you're dead. And you're like, can I do something? I don't know, I'd rather have the people higher level than me than lower than me, as long as they don't end up stealing my XP. Alright, so I got Barry and Man of Arms. Okay, so back to my conversation before. I found, pardon me, only 2 games where I actually enjoyed tanking. One was EverQuest 2, and the other one was Final Fantasy 14. Because of the way that the tanking classes were and their abilities, and you had to learn strategy, but once you got it down, you can make really good assets to your team. And of course, the other thing would be DPS. Now, personally, DPS is like one of the easiest classes to play. You just kind of stand there, do some pew-pews, learn not to grab aggro at once by dumping all your high-level stuff out, which is stupid. And, you can get the ones that either like assassins with daggers, or the range type, or the mage type, or whatnot. Right now, with a lot of new MMOs I'm doing, I'm actually swaying towards the DPS type now. Something where I can, a little bit more relaxed, so to speak, with the way real life is going. If I have to get up and do something, I know that I can get right back into doing something when I come back, because a lot of times with like the healer, I'm always feel like I'm dragging behind when I'm doing levels. The tank isn't too bad, but a lot of times tanks don't have a way to heal themselves. So you either have to find a friend, or you have to have a lot of downtime while you're healing. And with the DPS, I can keep range, I can knock off stuff, I can kill things quick, that type of stuff. The only bad thing is DPS is a class that a lot of people play, so getting into groups can be a pain in the butt. Oh my god, 3 wizards. Ugh. Especially if it's those groups that go by the thing of the special group Trinity. Well, actually the group 40, whatever. When it was a fighter, healer, and 2 DPS. Which I think is dumb when you do like a lot of games that has the auto grouping. It's like, it has to be that way until you just walk around and just find people. Now what can we do with you? You know, I'll scorch one of the wizards. Like, the Elder Scrolls had that. If you use the party finder, it had to put in one of the fighter, one of healer, and then 2 DPS. And it's like, a lot of times people couldn't get groups because everybody was playing the DPS classes and nobody was really playing the healer or the tank. And that was a flare. Owie. So nowadays, with MMOs, I pretty much play with my husband, or if I have something like what I play with my sister or my father. I don't really... Magic Arcane was just... I don't really do a lot of stuff solo anymore. Well, I should say I have like a character that I can faff around with. Like if it's really late at night and I can't sleep, I'll do that. Because, you know, I don't want to out-level my husband, so... Alright, let's heal Sorcerer, because she got hit hard. It's nice to always do a lot of games with other people. Because in the beginning, like the old games like EverQuest and all, they were made to be grouped. I mean, you could not do a lot of things with unless you were in a group. That's, you know, the social aspect. Even EQ2 in the beginning, when it dealt with stuff with crafting, they had what they called warts, washes, oils, resins, and tempers, if I believe that's what they were called. So if you wanted to make something, you may need to go to a chemist to get some, or an alchemist to get one thing, or you may need to go to an armor smith to get a part for your weapon, or things like that. And that really, you know, brought an excellent social aspect to the game. But, you know, and later on, then they made it all, well, they got rid of the warts, so essentially a person could make anything that they needed. Not in the sense that you could be all of the trade skilling, but you know, the alchemists only had their specific things. So like if you were armor smith, you didn't have to go to the like the tail or whatever to get a leather piece to make another piece of armor or something. So in a way, that kind of stinks. All right, Sorcerer, upgrade Black Bolt, nice. Vampire, see, upgrade to Blood Sword and Regenerate. Skeleton, upgrade to Power Strike. Ghost gets Chains of Silence, seals the target, making them unable to use skills. Ooh. That's handy. Yeah, MMOs and games have really changed. Man, I remember playing Zork. What do we got here? 59 gems. So, I remember playing Zork. All you had was text. You've been eaten by a grue. I think some of the later ones use graphics, but I don't think I ever played past the first one anyway. Oh, come on! Freaking wizards. As you can probably tell, I really, really don't like the wizards in this game. Especially 3 of them, because they kind of hurt. Actually, I'm going to heal the ghost, because you've been smacked around. Let's see, so I started with that. My first role-playing was actually, when it was online, was AOL, the AOL rooms. I did a lot of role-playing and stuff there. And then I moved to, I think EverQuest was my first MMO that I really role-played in. Now I came in 2001 with the Rise of Kunark, with the Ixar, the little island. And my ghostie is almost dead. Well, fiddlesticks. guys to start pummeling this. I'm gonna have you use... Just use a lesser one on you. I gotta go buy some more of those other ones anyway. Good, you died. Man, I still remember that old EverQuest, you know, getting there on Kunark. Because the one thing I liked about the Kunark then was it's all your own thing. You didn't have to go to Freeport. You didn't have to go to Kinos. You had everything you needed right in Kunark. So you could go the entire game without seeing anybody else. And going to the Lake of Ill-Omen, I was completely lost. But sadly, they did a lot of changes. So now it's a rush to the end game with all the raiding. Which kind of stinks, but you know, each their own. But I've tried, let's see, which games? I've tried Auto Assault, I did Horizons, WoW, Aeon, Terra, Rift. So many, I mean, I'd have to go look up all the things. City of Heroes, City of Villains, DC Universe, Champions Online, I did the Star Wars Galaxies, I did the new Star Wars that they have now. I didn't do Meridian 59 though. Wasn't into like that. But yeah, pretty much I've tried every single MMO that's come out. Now, I don't really do the Asian MMOs, not because I don't like them, but because my computer apparently doesn't like them. I've had a lot of problem running them. It's very strange. Okay, oh, Cultists got upgraded to Divine Power. But yeah, every time like they would install, so I don't know if it's like the, yeah, I don't know if it's the cheat protectors they use or something, but after I install the game, it would never run, or I would have just so much errors that I just couldn't play it at all. So, but they actually have some really good ones. Pardon, honey? Yeah, well, that's a whole big thing entirely on its own. I know, honey. Alright, you both need to focus. I'm gonna have you Challenger, and I'm gonna have you do your Inhuman on that Assassin. Now, Mr. Lampman was commenting how it's kind of sad that SOE turned to Daybreak games. Because, you know, there was a lot of changes. I won't bring up my opinion on it here, because I don't want to start anything in the comments, but, you know, I mean, they found what they need to do, so I wish them the best. Hopefully everything goes out what they want to do. Okay, actually, I want to use Dirge of Frailty. What's this on my leg? You sit there, I feel like something's crawling on you. But I am, there's one actually Korean game that I just saw on Twitch called, oops, I just attacked the wrong guy. Alright, that's fine. What was it? Black Desert, I think, or Dark Desert? It looks really, really interesting. It was just released in Korea and I think the Asian market not too long ago, and I think they said in a year it'll be in the Russian market, and then a year or so after that the North American. But it's I mean, it's gorgeous. It's the usual, you know, the gorgeous type of Asian MMO, but the skill set, holy cow! Just looking at that game, my hands started to hurt because they're all flipping around and pressing buttons. And why did I not heal the ghost? What the hell? I'm sorry, that's weird. I swore I put my vampire to heal the ghost. Huh. Maybe he got hit again, so it didn't matter. That is very strange. Alright, well, let's do that again. Okay, never mind. Lots of items here. I think we got this place cleared out. So we'll head out and head to Catacombs level 4. Okay. So sanctuary. Anyway, let's go to our room and heal up first, actually. Would you like to rest? You sleep soundly but have a weird dream where you're trapped in a maze. Well, I seem to be trapped in a maze now. So I don't think it's much of a dream. If it is, it's a really crappy dream. Alright, back to the strange old house. Alright, and now Catacombs level 4. What we got here? Enchanted chain. Wait a minute, is that for the ghost? Or is that armor? Oh, nice. Good, he needs a good upgrade for his weapon. I mean, he was doing some damage, but I don't think the ghost really has a lot of strength, so wasn't really doing much. I got a wizard and... What are you guys? 2 warriors. Oh, hold on one second. Sorry about that. Well, all the times my ears started itching. I'm sure you didn't want to hear me smack my headphones around. Alright, we'll reduce some resistance, and we're going right for the mage. The wizard. Or the whatever. And we'll scorch the warrior. I think out of any game genre, I do enjoy role-playing games, first and foremost. After that, like role-playing strategy games like Heroes of Might and Magic are, those type. But I would take an RPG any day. And there's, you know, a lot of RPGs I have. I know it would take a long time for me to actually try to just show you them all. Because a lot of them are the old type, and I know Mr. Lightman has, you know, knows how to use the DOS box to get a lot of the older stuff running. But we'll see how we do. I have an idea or two after I get this game finished. Ghosty goo. Let's beat up this warrior. Have you focus. You know, looking at that warrior, I just remembered that there's some games when you have a fighter class, you know, like a tank class, you have this little teeny tiny tar as just a shield, like it's like a size of a dinner plate. Abomination. Got upgraded arcane backlash. Good. So it's this teeny tiny thing to use to defend yourself, and it's like, okay, oh, what's this? You find a soul different from the others you've met. Its shape is consistently shifting between a variety of vague forms. You have the stench of the living about you. I require your assistance. Okay, how can I help a ghost? I have been sent here in error, for I am not the soul of some indecisive mortal, brimming with useless feelings. I am the soul of a living weapon, Masa, a sleek and elegant instrument with a single well-defined purpose. My 2 brothers and I have been separated from our bodies and discarded in here. Help me find my brothers, as well as new bodies for us to inhabit, and we will serve you for a period not to exceed 5 years. Do you agree? What do you mean, bodies? Oh, nothing so gruesome as you make it sound. As weapons, we require physical materials to inhabit, otherwise we may not physically affect the enemy. Well, what kind of materials you need? Given how powerful we are, we require rather high-quality material for our bodies. Otherwise, we easily break it when channeling our energy through it, which is rather undesired during most battles. Okay, so I guess we can put them into weapons or something. Okay, sounds good. I'll keep an eye out. Good. Let us hope this agreement is mutually beneficial. My brothers went further down into the catacombs in search of bodies. I will accompany you out of sight. Huh, that's interesting. Definitely want to save that. So we need to find his 2 brothers deeper in the catacombs. So we definitely got to go find some more souls when we're back in the cell blocks. Excuse me. I gotta go eat dinner. I'm getting hungry. You're that type of hugger. Part of me that you, number one, you don't stop yawning. Okay, let's go back at the beginning. And secondly, oh boy. Ice Hounds and Air Spirit. Oh, now we're getting some interesting stuff. And secondly, you get so tired, it's like, then you start talking funny. Okay. What are we going to do? Well, I'm sure that guy does magic, so let's raise our magic and arcane assistance. Not attack. Goober. Let's scorch this Ice Hound here. And I think I'm actually going to focus on the Air Spirit. I think he would be the worst out of all three of those. Those dogs just look creepy. It looks like their eyes are bleeding. What's invisibility though? Does raises invade? Easy bait? Evade? Yep. I can't hit him. Well, crap. Alright, well if you want to be that way, let's work on killing this Ice Hound here. Have to focus. Oops, hit the wrong button. Alright, so invisibility is annoying. For being somebody being invisible, he sure can hit me pretty well. Alright, let's see if that invisibility wore off. Ow! Did you just get 2 attacks? Huh. Odd. Alright, let's do a hand of death on you. Pardon me, I apologize for the yawning. This whole set I'm doing so wonderfully. I'm yawning in everybody's ear. Like I said, I'm just not used to talking a lot, so... My body's like, what are you doing? You're expelling a lot of energy. I'm tired. Tail cutter. Ouch. That definitely hurt. That was definitely a magic spell. Minotaur. Raised in brutal strike. Nice. Alright, so I think we've been all around, so let's go find our way out of here. Let's find our way out of here. Oh, mazes. Oh, there it is. Alright. Okay, so that was the first 4 levels of the Reaper dungeon. Not too bad. So what I want to do is off camera, I'm going to do some selling, get some, see if there's any new armor or weapons, and get my other guys geared up and see if I have any money left over to buy some things. And then when we come back, we will take on Cell Block 5. So this is me saving the game before I forget. And this is Angel Terry. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.